Hello guys, this is Sonic. Last night, at night 1 of WrestleMania, I did the prediction last night, say about 2 hours before the kickoff show kicked off, and obviously I watched the pay-per-view, the kickoff night, say about 12 o'clock kickoff show, and then I watched the whole 5 hours when the actual pay-per-view starts, or 5-4. And be honest, it was a really impressive pay-per-view. The start of the pay-per-view is the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match between the champions, the Usos, versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs. My reaction of that is as much that Rick got injured during the match, it was an impressive match. I thought it would be. It was like a quick match, just that quick, because obviously that Rick was injured. He couldn't compete. Shinsuke was all by his own against the brothers of the new Usos. Usos hit the 1D, basically the 3D. 1, 2, 3. The Usos retained the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. To be honest, we all knew that happened. When they got injured, we all knew that the brothers, the Usos, will retain. That was not a really good match, being honest. If any of you watched the pay-per-view last night, I watched it through the WWE Network at my mate's PC. It wasn't like a match, a kick-off mania. Right? But this one match was I think it was after, I can remember, and that was the team of The Miz and Logan Paul, who defeat the Mysterios of Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio. It was a really impressive match. As much The Miz was impressive, but bloody hell, Logan Paul, he did the Three Amigos to obviously one superstar who use them. Only ones who use that move is the Guerreros, like Eddie Guerrero, Chavo Guerrero Jr. But Wade did use it, but obviously he couldn't do the last suplex. But when Logan Paul did it, it was impressive. He was high-flying, he was doing really well. He took his time actually doing the moves. He didn't rush in, he's thinking straight, he thinking ahead of that match against Rey and Dominic. The Miz was clever. Only when he managed to get a win, when both the Mysterios about to use 3619 on Logan, Miz correctly tagged himself in the match without the Mysterios didn't even knew about it. Their back was turned. Miz tagged himself in after Dominic did a fork splash on Logan. Miz picked Way up, slammed him on top of Dominic, and then Miz obviously skull crushing finale on Way. 1, 2, 3. But you know what happened after the match, after they won? Never turn your back from the Miz. Miz wasn't happy he didn't got the spotlight that he always wanted at Mania. Logan Paul did. Logan was impressive. I don't like Logan, but he was impressive last night. 9 times of Logan. Well done, mate. Really well done. Miz, yeah, he did turn on his own tag partner, and he used skull crushing finale on Logan Paul. Without Logan Paul, yeah, think straight. Never turn your back for Miz. Miz always been that type of superstar who wants the spotlight, and he really does. He wants the spotlight than everybody else, and Miz did. That match, I was gave obviously the match the Usos and Nakamura and Rick Boogs, I would give it a 1.5 star. Miz and Logan, I gave it a 4 star because of Logan Paul and Miz. Brilliant, really good partnership between those two. Both of them are from Cleveland, and now they both living in Hollywood. The next match. And this was a really good match, and I will give this a 4 star. Drew McIntyre defeat Happy Corbin. Somehow, no one has never kicked off End of Days. No one never kicked off Happy Corbin's, Baron Corbin, King Corbin, what's up freaking ever. End of Days. No one could kick out with her. But one person did. The Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre. He kicked out from End of Days. But yeah. And he ended the match with a Claymore 1, 2, 3. I would give it a 4 star. It's going back and forth. Yeah, fair enough. Corbin did control the match. But lucky enough that Drew fight back. Because the reason why that Drew won this match, because one thing. What happened this past Friday on SmackDown, Corbin mentioned Drew's mother. And he named his sword after his mother, Athena. And that really pissed Drew off. That's why Drew used the anger in him and beat Corbin. And being honest, I understand how Drew felt, but that's fucked up from Corbin did. Drew, 4 star against Corbin. And like I said, we have crowned a new women's champion. Another SmackDown. I will mention the SmackDown Women's Championship match soon. I will congratulate the new Raw Women's Champion, Bianca Belair, who defeat the man, Big Time Becky Lynch, the former champion. This rivalry has been going on since SummerSlam. Bianca won that retribution against Becky anyway after what Becky did at SummerSlam. Took the SmackDown Women's title away from Bianca from a G-Shot. And with about 31 seconds that Becky defeat Bianca, and now that obviously starting this match, they try and get a win quick enough, but obviously it didn't end it. But how impressive this match was, it's really impressive. And then so there's meant to be prediction, that's why I'm going to do the reaction, and then I'm going to do my prediction in the stream right now. But that match between Belair and Becky was brilliant, and I gave it a 5 star. Big time. And next match, I predicted who that mystery opponent will be. And I got it right. It was the American Nightmare. Cody Rhodes made his 6 years return from the WWE. 6 years away from WWE, and he was that match against Seth. That when I was watching that match before the match started, when Cody Rhodes came down, I was so happy, I was so psyched, I was so hyped that Cody has came down, not as Stardust, not as Dashing Rhodes, but the American Nightmare. When that theme music has hit, when that logo, the American Nightmare logo that he has tattooed on his neck, I lost it. I was happy, I was excited that Cody has made this return in WWE. Because I told you yesterday, about a week ago or 2 weeks ago, that Cody has officially signed back to the WWE. And he made this return last night, but obviously down here, 1 o'clock. Yeah, 1 o'clock. Say about it was like 2 o'clock, half 2. The match was between those two. It was brilliant. They were back and forth between each other. Seth used the pedigree on Cody, and somehow, some freaking how, Cody has kicked out from the pedigree, but not 1, but 2. He kicked out. At the count of 2, he kicked out of Triple H's signature move, the pedigree. And not only that, Cody, it's not just 1. We have right enough 1 Crossroads did got Seth kicked out. Then it was 3. 2 another Cody Rhodes. Then with this kind of signature move that his father Dusty Rhodes does. Punch, punch, and then elbow on the head. You know what I'm all about. And then ended the match with 1 more Cody Rhodes on Seth. 1, 2, 3. 6 years. He's a different person from since 6 years ago. Before he left WWE, he's a different person now since then until now. Cody, after Cody has left the WWE, he has won the ROH World Title, NWA World Title, IWGP Tag Team 6-man Tag Team titles, the TNT title at AEW. He has renovated his entire wrestling career. And I'm happy that Cody won that match. And everyone said through social media that was a 5-star match against Seth freaking Rollins. The next match, and as I said a couple of minutes ago, I'll be talking about this the most. The SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair defeat Ronda Rousey. I'll be honest, we all know, whoever who watched the match night 1 of WrestleMania, we all saw that Charlotte has tapped out from the armbar. But somehow Charlotte's lucky because she accidentally took out the referee. If she didn't take the referee out and the referee seen that, Ronda will be standing here right now as the new SmackDown Women's Champion. But obviously she didn't. She managed to find a way to win the match. She obviously, after that, Ronda noticed that the referee has been taken out by accidentally by Charlotte. She had to release the armbar, went to get the referee, finish the match, and then sooner or later Charlotte booted Ronda. 1, 2, 3, Charlotte retains. The match was good. It was a 5-star match, to be honest. Those who were going back and forth, Eastern submission, the ankle lock, figure 8 leg lock, so many times. With Ronda obviously the armbar, they trying to end it they can to get one of each other tapped out. Charlotte tapped out, but obviously that the referee got taken out. And Charlotte Ronda should be here right now as the new SmackDown Women's Champion. But one thing I will say is this: after Mania, it is going to be a rematch, and this is a prediction. It's not a rumor; it's a spoiler. I bet at the next pay-per-view, if I'm correct, I think it's going to be the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. And if I'm right, Friday night SmackDown, obviously Ronda will be coming out, or Charlotte will celebrate that she beat Ronda over. I bet Ronda will come out, make a fucking promo, and tell her, you're only lucky you won the match because the referee accidentally took the referee out. You were tapping out from my armbar. I should be here with that championship. And I bet Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville will come out, mostly Adam Pearce, and tell Wonder if you want that time, if you want a rematch for that title at the Money in the Bank, it will be the SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey in a submission match. And if you guys agree with me, you can put in the chat or put in the comment if you agree with me with that. Or actually, give me, say about 1,000 likes of this streaming right now if you want to see that match happening next in a submission match at the next pay-per-view. Put 1,000 likes right now until the end of this video. 1,000 likes and subscribe to me. Alright, the next one, it was, well, to be honest, it was just the KO show. It was a KO show between the special guest Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold Kevin only wanted to fight Steve Austin to this KO show, not just say shit to Stone Cold. No, he wanted to face Stone Cold. If I remember correctly, it was 19 years since Stone Cold didn't wrestle. If I remember that 19 years ago that Stone Cold has his first loss at Mania against, who was it? The Rock. Remember a few years before then, this big rivalry between The Rock and Stone Cold when The Rock was the WWE champion. But twice he defended the title against Stone Cold. The Stone Cold always found his way to beat The Rock. We all know The Rock's championship retain championship reign at WrestleMania ain't that good. Every Mania time, every time he holding a title, like a big title, like a world title at Mania, he loses the title. Stone Cold beat The Rock no once but twice at Mania. And lucky enough, obviously, like I think it was a year or two ago, after that, Stone Cold had his first ever Mania loss against The Rock. And since then, that's been going through his head for a long time. Lucky enough, last night as match, he's still thinks he's in his 50s or his 60s right now. He still got it. He beat Kevin Owens in a no holds barred match. No disqualification, no countout, anything goes. And those who toned the players down. Now I would say, being honest, I put it in a 4.5 star of that match. It was a really good match. They did really well with the storyline between Owens and Stone Cold. And obviously Stone Cold managed to get a win. And obviously after the match, I'm obviously constantly throughout the whole match he's been drinking so many fucking beers throughout the whole fucking match. And after the match, if I did buy sucks in the ring, we all know when every time that Austin gave some alcohol a can, so later he's standard the fuck out. He's Stone Cold standard Brian Saxton when Dustin was drinking beer. And that's the last night's results. Lucky enough I wrote every single match happened last night. Just being honest, it was one match I was impressed. It's the SmackDown title match. I thought it was gonna be like 3, 4, say 3 stars, but it actually was 1 star, I would say. But the other match was like 3 or 4 or 5. I was impressed with all the other matches, and even with the SmackDown Women's Championship match. Obviously, just Charlotte, managed to far away without the referee seeing her tapped out. Hopefully SmackDown we could find out if this match between Ronda and Charlotte will get a rematch at Money in the Bank. If I'm right in the menu, it's gonna be Money in the Bank. Put in the comment below as well, guys, if you can. And now, after I've done my reaction, after I gave you my ups and downs of the matches from last night, now I can actually do the prediction. You all been waiting for this night 2 of WrestleMania, guys. And it's gonna be a really good pay-per-view. I'll be watching it here. I'll be looking forward for this night. Waiting for all day for this night. And it's gonna be a really good match. We have really good matches last night. Where we have another good match. And the main event, there's something involved with that match. I ain't going to think it's gonna be stupendous. They can't call WrestleMania nickname the most stupendous pay-per-view of all time. I think that someone else will be involved with our main event, and I'll tell you soon. Because the main event I'm gonna leave fast. I think it's gonna be the first match. I think they're gonna start with the Women's Tag Team Championship match in the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team. Queen Selena, the champions, Queen Selena and Carmella versus Glow and Boss Connection of Naomi and Sasha Banks versus Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan versus Natalya and Shayna Baszler. The next one I will say is gonna be Bobby Lashley versus Omos. Next one is going to be the New Day of King Woods and Sir Kofi Kingston. I'm pretty sure you guys know from last night. I thought that was happening last night, but with me not looking properly, it's meant to be tonight. Sorry about that. Versus Sheamus and Holland, with Pete Dunne, but I'm calling Pete Dunne because, being honest, that's his name he's been used since his time in NXT UK, NXT 2.0, NXT Gold, Black and Gold, and 2.0. Next is going to be in Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. Next one is going to be the Raw Tag Team Championship match with the champions RK Bro, Randy Orton and Mel Riddle versus the Street Profits versus the Alpha Academy. Next one is Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn. Anything goes match. And now the then Edge versus AJ Styles. The Radiant Superstar versus the Phenomenal One. And then the main event we've been waiting for. The WWE Champion, the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar versus the Universal Champion, the Tribal Chief, head of the table, the Big Dog, Roman Reigns. Winner takes all championship unification match. If you guys want to know what is a unification match, the Unification Championship, basically with two titles, the WWE title, the World title is WWE title, and the Universal title is SmackDown. Whoever wins that match, those two titles become one. I think, coming from me, I think they've already made a design for that title, and they probably leaving that by after the match. Whoever wins that match become the Unification Champion. That's I would say. Now I will start my prediction. I start for Edge and AJ Styles all the way to the main event. Between Edge, the Radiant Superstar Edge versus the Formula 1 AJ Styles. This has been going on since after Elimination Chamber. First time ever that we did after is the Phenomenal One, AJ Styles. This has been going on for the last couple of weeks now. Yeah, it been coming from me guys. Edge is good as a face, but he's way more better as a heel. There's a reason why. You have really good matches as a heel. He wins championships as a heel. He's willing to go extreme as a heel. He willing with his body as well. AJ Styles, For whole last year, he's been in a tag team with Omos. And Edge want to bring the Bulldog, the main event, AJ Styles, out of him. AJ Styles always been a main eventer. AJ has won World Championships. He has won, before the WWE has won the X Division Championship, the TNA Tag Team Championship, the TNA World Championship, IWGP World Championship. Pretty sure he has won the IOH World Title. AJ has won everything before the WWE. Until he got to WWE, he has won the WWE Championship, he has won the United States Championship, he has won the Intercontinental Championship, he has won the World Tag Team Championships. He basically is a Grand Slam winner. He won all the championship over like a couple years being in the WWE. And Edge wants to see that AJ Styles, not a tag team superstar, in a main eventer. And I get you guys could agree with me, AJ is better as a main eventer than a tag team. And Edge wants to see it. And I'm looking forward to this match right now. And being honest, as much as I like Edge, I predict the winner of that match will be the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. The next one, the Women's Tag Team Championship match. This has been going on like since after the Elimination Chamber. I think that Selena and Kamala Harris plan that Kamala has on board about helping Selena out in tag matches. Kamala's mostly bothering with her fiance Corey Graves, and all this time they would actually plan this from the start. Try to get other tag teams who's in this match. Don't know what's happening. They think that those two losing their partnership as a tag team, as champions as well. And being honest, I would say, coming from here, I would say it's going to be Glue and Boss connection. Naomi and Sasha Banks become the new women's tag team champions. And those who use the tag together anyway, alongside with Tamina, they use the call themselves Team Bad. Beautiful and dangerous. That's what they call themselves for Team Bad. And those two are going to become the new tag team champions for the women's division tag team. Next one, the World Tag Team Championship match between the champions Arcade Row versus the Stream Profits versus the Alpha Academy. I think it was 2-3 weeks ago that Arcade Bro has regained their tag team titles against the Alpha Academy and the team of Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens, because also we all knew that Seth and Claire want to get to Mania anything they can, new ways they think of winning the tag team titles if they want to get to Mania. And obviously the RK Bro managed to regain their tag titles they have lost against the Alpha Academy. The Street Profits, they did beat RK Pro before RK Pro become champions once again. And they obviously were lucky they got into this match, because they did beat them back before as champions anyway, when doing the time that the Alpha Academy was champions back then. Yeah. And I think the winner of that match will be Arcade Bro, and they will retain their championship. Bobby Lashley is almost is tall. Bobby Lashley has the power and the strength. This one will be a tough one. I think it's going to be Bobby Lashley. I think he's going to find his way to win this match. I'm predicting Bobby to win this match. And I'm pretty sure after that, either Bobby or mostly MVP can cut a promo Bobby deserves another opportunity for the WWE title. He never lost the title. He was injured during the match. He didn't go pinned. He didn't go submitted. He was injured at the Elimination Chamber match for the WWE title. And I think Bobby wants to regain his title that he has never lost. And I bet you guys could agree. I think that's going to be happening at the next pay-per-view. But whoever when it takes on Unification Championship match. The next one, the Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. This feature, this rivalry has been going on since doing Pat McAfee show when Mr. McMahon, the chairman, the WWE chairman, has given Pat basically an opportunity to actually wrestle at Mania. And obviously, because Austin wanted to face Pat, there's like obviously Austin and Mr. McMahon. Like, I think that Austin in Austin sees eyes, he sees Mr. McMahon talk him in as his apprentice. And that's what I think he's doing. Like what Triple H did with Seth Rollins. Doing the authority, doing when Seth Rollins was a heel. No, not a heel, but he was a heel back then, but before this new improved Seth. Triple H helped Seth to become one of the world's best superstars right now. And I think what Vince is doing, he's doing the same thing what Triple H did to Seth. He's doing the same with Austin Theory. Try to get Austin Theory to become future world champion. Be honest, Austin has got that. What was it? Next champion. Be honest, he's a future world champion. And I think the winner of that match, I think it's going to be Austin Theory. Sorry, Pat, but I would say Austin Theory win this match. The next one, Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn. This has been going on since before the Royal Rumble. Remember, I think it was on SmackDown that Johnny came to the ring, went before the Royal Rumble and threw Sami Zayn over the top rope. And then the Royal Rumble, same thing for this time. Sami did him back to Johnny, but obviously Sami did kind of got some help from the other superstars involved in that match. The entrant, the comparator in that match. And obviously that seems like I think it was a couple of weeks ago, I think it was, that Sami Zayn was basically won the Intercontinental Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura with Rick Boots in his ringside. Regained the title. Week after he had his celebration, John Knoxville basically walked down, interfere, Sami Zayn's celebration like Sami Zayn did just in Knoxville doing the Jackass premiere. And then obviously a week after that celebration, Sami lost the Intercontinental title against Ricochet. One and only Ricochet. And this has been going on so many times. This has been going on for a while in the last few weeks. This rivalry since the Royal Rumble, even be honest, even Johnny Knoxville, who has given Sami Zayn's number out throughout the whole social media. And I bet you rest of you who has been texted Sami, phoning Sami, FaceTime Sami in a weird situation, even in the spa, doing this live event in the WWE, doing this food, having dinner, different places he has been called from so many different people, so many different fans that he has had phone calls from them. And being honest, this match isn't anything good. This match is like a hardcore match. And to be honest, I think so. If Johnny was lucky, I think he probably gets some help against Sami. Be honest, I think Johnny probably got a plan in his head that he will find a way to beat Sami. If he can't beat them, he has some help from someone from backstage. We don't know who. It might be Uter, we probably a legend. We don't know. But I think the winner of that match, if Johnny does get some help tonight at Mania, I will say Johnny Knoxville defeat Sami Zayn. The next match, Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, The New Day, King Woods obviously, and Sir Kofi Kingston versus Rich Holland and Sheamus with Pete Dunne, Butch in ringside. This has been going on like a few weeks now. I don't know why they're doing this. I think they should just put those two tag teams in a championship match anyway for the SmackDown tag titles. Being honest, they should. But they put them in a rivalry. As much the New Day is really good, long as reigning tag team champions. I can't remember how many times they won the tag. Oh, Kofi has won most tag titles before being a member of the New Day, before he partnered with Big E and Woods. But Sheamus is a former tag champ, obviously as the Bar with Cesaro. Is which holds first WrestleMania is Pete Dunne's first WrestleMania. Obviously Pete Dunne is not taking part in competing at Mania. I would say Sheamus and Rich Holland defeat the New Day. Then last, not least, the main event of the pay-per-view. The WWE Champion, the Beast, Brock Lesnar, versus the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, the big dog, Roman wins in a winner takes all championship unification match. Before I predict this match, remember we all said, WWE did it's going to be stupendous. We had someone who made this return last night, Cody Rhodes. What if, in this match, without Brock and Roman didn't know about anything at all, what if the Vince McMahon has added one more opponent in that match? One superstar who might get main roster push, because obviously since yesterday has done deliver Tommaso Ciampa, who basically ended his time in NXT. He's getting the main roster push now. Even him being added into this match as a competitor, as an opponent against Roman Reigns and Brock, or the son of Dusty Rhodes, Cody Rhodes, be added to the match. They want to make it stupendous. They want to end this match really well, and want to make this match as a 5-star. Since last time, Triple H and Vince should see how brilliant was his return match at Mania against Seth Rollins. What if the WWE do the same to Cody? Add Cody into this match, add it in the main event, and make him become champion. He has won championship outside in the WWE since being released. What if that they add Cody into this match? What if they do? If they do, I'm predicting Cody to win. Because then Roman Brock doesn't know about it. They wasn't ready. They ain't going to be ready. They're meant to be just those two. What if they do it? Because last year, we all know, last year, Edge won the Royal Rumble match. It's meant to be Edge versus Roman Reigns for the Universal title. But instead, Adam Pearce added Daniel Bryan well, formerly known Daniel Bryan, but obviously now Bryan Danielson. But obviously back then Daniel Bryan, adding Daniel Bryan into that match against Edge and Roman for the into a triple threat match for the Universal title. What if they can do the same again? Without Roman knowing, without Brock knowing, add someone else into this match. And I will say Cody Rhodes should be in this match. He has never, ever won a world title in the WWE. He has won world title, different championships since being released from WWE 6 years ago. What if they finally actually gave it a push for that title? If they see Cody, if he able gave out a 5-star match, they could do the same tonight in the main event. That's why I say if they don't do it, then obviously I would say Brock Lesnar beat Roman Reigns. A championship with a new title has been revealed, but Universal WWE title become one. If not, they just keep both titles separate. That's what I would say. But if they do add someone into that match between Roman and Brock, they want to make us suspend this pay-per-view of all time. That's a perfect opportunity they could do so. And that's the only thing I would say. Even Brock winning this match without anyone added to that match, or the new opponent, either Cody Rhodes or Tommaso Ciampa, either one of those two, be added to the match. And that's what I was saying. If Cody Rhodes do, I predict Cody to win this match. If he does, be added to this match. If not, Cody and probably Tommaso Ciampa be added to this match. And then I will choose Tommaso Ciampa to win that match and become new champion. There's titles gonna be changes, there's probably returns going to happen tonight. There's probably legends gonna be happening. Be honest, what if we see The Rock making this return tonight? We all don't know because it's WrestleMania. We'll all find out tonight at 1 o'clock. In UK right now, 1 o'clock in the morning. But in the United States at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. I hope you guys enjoy the streaming. Oh, I nearly forgot. I have made a new channel. This could be the last time I'll be doing this prediction for WWE in this channel. If you want to get into the new channel, it will be happening the next pay-per-view. My new YouTube channel, and that's gonna be only wrestling, even prediction, even when it comes to gaming involved with wrestling, like WWE mostly. Head to that. That will be in the description below. The link is gonna be in the description below, guys. Alright? And I will be doing my FIFA Train 2 Manchester United Rebuild Career Mode. I'll probably be streaming as well through Twitch. If you want me and my mate on face against each other on FIFA, head towards Twitch. That's gonna be in the link description below as well. This is Sonic Freak. See you guys next time for the next prediction, but all on in the next channel. This is gonna be the last time be doing it in this channel right now. This is gonna keep us gaming. This channel will be. See you guys next time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on notification bell, and share onto any social media. This is Sonic Freak. See you guys next time. Hashtag Sonic Freak Gaming. Good night. No, goodbye and good night.